Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in lovely professional university Edu-Webinars. My name is Dalvinder Kaur and I'm your host for today's webinar. As I can see, people are still joining. Let's wait for a few more minutes so that everyone can join. Till then, let me take you all on a virtual tour of our beautiful university. So here it is.
Finishes at 90 meters, 23.
Let's talk about the poll response. So thanks everyone for polling, especially on option C. Is this video real or AI? No, this video is absolutely real video. No AI is not making this video. So for the people who wants to see this video again, I'll share the link in the chat box later in 2-3 minutes. So as I can see, everyone has joined. So let's dive into today's topic, that is US professional certification in accounting and finance, building global financial expertise. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Mr. Darpan Jain. He is a chartered accountant and US CPA certified by USA. So now I would like to introduce Ms. Shefali Jindal also in this webinar. She is a US CMA professional with 7+ years of progressive experience in accounts payable. So now I would like to introduce the ignition nominee also in this webinar, Dr. Pooja. She is an associate professor with 13+ years of experience in teaching and research. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any question. You can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this. Now I'm going to hand over this session to our experts, Mr. Darpan Jain and Ms. Shefali Jindal, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you, Mr. Darpan Jain and Ms. Shefali Jindal.
Sure. Thank you, man. Thank you for such a lovely introduction and that video. So we would start. We will break this session into 2 parts for easier understanding. So we'll start with US CPA first, and then we will move on to US CMA. Let me start by sharing my screen. 1 second. Yes, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Screen is visible. You can continue.
Thank you. Yes, so to start with, US CPA, right? You must have heard this word before. It must have not come across to you till you applied for this course. So to quickly summarize as to what is the degree about and what does it contain. So CPA, firstly, the full form of US CPA stands for Certified Public Accountant. It's an equivalent degree of how a CA degree is in India. When you look at India, when you look at CA degree, what does a chartered accountant do? India में chartered accountants generally audit कर रहा है, tax कर रहा है, accounting कर रहा है. They're in these fields. They're working for big fours here in India, या फिर उनके खुद के firms है, they're working for their own firms, where they're again giving accounting services, auditing services, taxation services to their clients. That's what generally a CA does. Of course, it is not limited to that. You can work in other areas such as finance. You can work also in the areas of accounting rather than just auditing and taxation. So there are other management areas also where you can move on to with a CA degree, because as a CA, you obviously tend to learn all of those things. So equivalent of a CA degree, जैसे CA India में है, and India में CA is governed by the body ICAI. You must have heard about that. Similarly, in US, there's a body called AICPA. So AICPA is in fact the second largest accounting body in the world. The first largest being ICI, because obviously the number of members and the population of India is greater. So ICI is the largest body, but AICPA is the second largest body. And when you look at US CPA, structurally, it's actually an easier exam than CA when you compare it to chartered accountancy. Because CA में तो you are learning CA foundation में 4 exams, then you are also doing CA inter. वहाँ पे again you're giving 6 exams. CA final again you're giving 6 exams. They're different levels. And what happens is, if you know a little bit about CA, in CA inter, let's say, आप एक subject में भी pass हो गए, but आपका aggregate, it did not cross the minimum marks of aggregate that it is needed, then you have to write all the papers again. So it's a bit cumbersome. It gets a little bit more difficult to clear these exams and to become a chartered accountant. But a CPA structure is completely different. In CPA, when you look at the CPA exams, there are no different levels. As a 3 different levels में आपको exams नहीं देने. There are only 4 exams. Once you clear all of these 4 exams, you actually become a CPA. You become a certified, public accountant. Let me show you how these 4 exams work and what are these exams about a little bit, so that you understand that what are you getting into, right? What are you going to study? And then we'll also discuss what kind of jobs can you look at, what kind of, opportunities that will be there after you become a US CPA. So as a CPA exam, there are 4 exams to give. One is financial accounting and reporting. That's your major core subject of accounts. तो आपने 11th and 12th में accounts पढ़ा होगा, बहुत basics पढ़े होंगे about journal entry, about ledgers, about balance sheets, P&L. यहाँ पे आप और उसका advanced study कर रहे हो. You're getting more deeper into accounts, more deeper into journal entries, more deeper into financial statements, but the core remains the same, right? That's your financial accounting and reporting. We start with basics and FAR as well. तो ऐसे नहीं कि अगर आप 11th and 12th में बहुत अच्छे accounts नहीं पढ़ पाए तो ये नहीं कर पाओगे. It's not related like that. We do start with basics and FAR as well, right? आप direct advanced level पे नहीं जाओगे. Starting के chapters obviously basics ही रहेंगे. Then there's audit and attestation, which is a completely new subject for you. क्योंकि 11th and 12th में I don't think आपने किया होगा. Auditing is basically, as an auditor, what do? You examine the financial statements. तो आप examination कर रहे हो of things that you've done in FAR. आप accounts को examine कर रहे हो. FAR में आप accounts बना रहे हो. Audit में आप उसको examine कर रहे हो और analyze कर रहे हो to see as to whether accounts are appropriately made as per the standards. That's audit. Then comes reg, or regulation and taxation, जहाँ पे आप basically major chunk उसका taxation rules पढ़ रहे हो. US taxation rules पढ़ रहे हो. It's a US degree, right? So आप US taxation rules पढ़ रहे हो. Apart from taxation, आप दूसरे regulations, दूसरे laws भी पढ़ रहे हो, जैसे Contract Act या Sale of Goods Act या Bankruptcy Code. So different acts or different laws of US, वो भी is a part of your reg. Now, if you see, these 3 are the core subjects, but the 4th subject is a disciplinary subject or an elective subject. So out of the other 3 subjects, you can choose either to do BAR, ISC or TCP. BAR is business analysis and reporting, जहाँ पे आप costing देखोगे, management accounting देखोगे, जो आप BCom में भी पढ़ते हो, and you will study this through your BCom course as well. So costing, management accounting, and a little bit of accounting again is also there in BAR. ISC, information systems and control, is actually a more deeper dive into audit, but a very specific area of audit. तो आप इंटरनल कंट्रोल्स, इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम्स को कैसे एनालाइज करना है वो सीखोगे आईएससी में. टीसीपी अगेन इज अ मोर डेप्थ और अ नीश सब्जेक्ट फॉर रेग. जैसे आप रेग में यूएस टैक्सेशन पढ़ रहे हो, बहुत ब्रॉड लेवल पे पढ़ रहे हो, यू नॉट गोइंग डीपर इनटू वन स्पेसिफिक नीश. बट टीसीपी, व्हिच इज टैक्स कंप्लायंस एंड प्लानिंग, you go more deeper into US taxation to learn about US taxes in TCP. What we suggest our students is to take a bar because that's closer to FAR and it's more generic in nature. आपके job opportunities ज़्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं rather than restricting it to one specific domain. क्योंकि बार में आप बहुत generalized subjects पढ़ रहे हो, जैसे cost management, accounting, little bit of accounting, economics. तो आप multiple चीजें पढ़ रहे हो rather than restricting yourself to one specific line. So that's about the 4 different exams that you would give. Now, the first doubt that generally a student gets is, when should I give this exam, right? Because CA generally is given just once every 3 months, right? 3 महीने में एक बार दे सकते हो. एक साल में विंडो खुलता है, वो स्पेसिफिक डेट्स खुलते हैं, एंड यू कैन गिव योर सीए एग्जाम्स ओनली ड्यूरिंग दोज डेट्स, ऑब्वियसली ड्यूरिंग exactly dates decided by ICI. But US CPA is not like that. US CPA आप decide करते हो आपकी pace पे that when do you want to give these 4 exams. So it's not a specific date that AICPA is deciding or anybody else is deciding. You are deciding a date for yourself. तो आप decide करोगे कि FAR कब देना है, audit कब देना है, rec कब देना है, bar कब देना है, and you can choose to give that on the dates that you like, right? लेट्स से आपको एक ही सब्जेक्ट पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करके एक ही सब्जेक्ट पहले क्लियर करना है, दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन डू, राइट? आप सिर्फ फार की पढ़ाई कर सकते हो, फार एग्जाम क्लियर कर सकते हो, फिर ऑडिट की पढ़ाई करो, फिर ऑडिट क्लियर करो. सो यू कैन ऑल्सो गो दैट वे रादर देन कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स टुगेदर. क्योंकि सीए में यू डोंट हैव एन ऑप्शन. सीए इंटर करोगे तो सारे ही सब्जेक्ट्स देने पड़ेंगे एट वन टाइम. आप ऐसे पोस्टपोन नहीं कर सकते कि मैं दूसरा सब्जेक्ट बाद में. बट हियर यू कैन चूज टू गिव वन सब्जेक्ट एट वन टाइम and then other subjects at other times. So it becomes again more easier क्योंकि आप एक ही subject पढ़ रहे हो at one specific time. So that's about exams and how do you give these exams. Is it a pen and a paper exam? Is it a theory based exam? It's a computer based exam. तो ये आप एक specific center जाओगे. There are multiple centers in India. You can search कि आपके आसपास कहाँ पर है. They are called prometric centers. तो आप प्रोमेट्रिक सेंटर में ये एग्जाम दोगे एंड यू गो देयर विथ ऑब्वियसली जस्ट अ डॉक्यूमेंट ऑफ योर सेल्फ आइडेंटिफिकेशन, दैट्स इट. ना कोई पेन ना कोई पेपर. सो देयर यू हैव अ कंप्यूटर एंड यू विल गिव दैट एग्जाम ऑन देयर स्पेसिफिक system or on their specific computer. So one exam is again divided into 2 parts. They're called, one part is called MCQs. So the first part, which makes 50% of your marks, is in multiple choice questions. So it will just be MCQs. There are nothing that you have to write. या फिर आपको कोई type नहीं करना है. एक question रहेगा, 4 options रहेंगे, and you have to select that. That is one part of the exam. And the other part of the exam are simulations. Simulations again are not theory. They are case studies. Like how you've done probably case studies in 11th and 12th, या जब आप case study देखते हो, basically एक बड़ा paragraph रहेगा और table रहेगा या फिर बहुत सारी information रहेगी which is given to you, बहुत सारे attachments attached रहेंगे exhibits के जो आपको पढ़ने हैं. Based on that, there'll be questions again, and these questions are again objective based. They're not subjective based. You will still have either 4 options given या फिर एक ड्रॉप डाउन लिस्ट रहेगी, तो आप वो प्रेस करोगे और बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस नीचे आएंगे and you have to select one option out of them. Very rarely there are fill in the blanks. एक blank रहेगा जो आपको fill करना है with a number, with one specific answer. So that can also be the case, but they're again objective based and not subjective, right? So if you see the paper pattern, it's all objective. MCQs and simulations, दोनों ही objective है. They're not subjective based papers. So the kind of preparation also is a little different. क्योंकि आप बहुत conceptually पढ़ोगे rather than just memorizing things and then putting it out on a paper. आप यहाँ पे बहुत conceptually चीजें पढ़ोगे और understand करोगे कि ये concept को ये MCQ में या ये specific simulation में कैसे apply करना है. Correct? Generally, it takes 12 months for a student to complete CPA, क्योंकि हर एग्जाम को generally 3 महीने तो लग जाता है पढ़ाई करने, फिर एग्जाम देने and all of that. So you can do it earlier than that. ऐसे नहीं कि 12 महीने में ही करना है, आपको उससे जल्दी करना है तो you can do it उससे भी जल्दी. So 50% multiple choice questions, 50% simulations. Now the study commitment that we expect for CPA specifically, apart from आपके जो classes चल रहे हैं, तो अगर आप 20 घंटे दो every week also, that should be enough. You should be able to complete this in 12 months, right? Now coming to pass rates, because वही चीज बहुत डिस्कस होती है, especially in these accounting courses like CA, ACCA. So CPA के क्या pass rates है? CPA, the pass rates are actually 47%. So अगर 100 students दे रहे हैं CPA, तो 47% on an average of them are clearing CPAs, which is again a good number. It's not a bad number. But does that mean that there are a lot of CPAs, or, you know, because you also know since आप economics पढ़े होंगे 11th and 12th में, everything is a demand and supply story. अगर बहुत सारे CPAs हो जाएंगे मार्केट में तो ऑब्वियसली आपकी डिमांड नहीं रहेगी और फिर आपको प्रॉब्ली कम पे पैकेजेस मिलेंगे या आपका करियर ज्यादा रेलेवेंट नहीं रहेगा. इज दैट द केस? ऑफ कोर्स नॉट. इनफैक्ट स्टोरी एकदम उल्टा है. When you look at the US market right now, और आप भी गूगल कर सकते हो after the webinar, just Google US job market for accountants. It will actually give you articles, आपको बहुत सारी information मिलेगी of how they're actually facing a shortage of accountants rather than lot of accountants. They're actually facing a situation जहाँ पे demand तो बहुत है accountants की, demand तो बहुत है auditors की, tax advisors की, but उतने लोग ही नहीं है in the accounting field, in the tax field in US. So there's a lot of demand, because of which things are now moving. A lot of things are moving to India. What is happening in that? We'll get into the job market a little bit now. आपने सुना ही होगा about Big Fours, EY, Deloitte, KPMG, right? PwC. All of these Big Fours, earlier, what they used to do is, अगर उनका office, let's say, India में, तो वो लोग इंडियन कंपनीज को ऑडिट करते थे, इंडियन कंपनीज का टैक्स देखते थे, इंडियन कंपनीज को एडवाइस करते थे ऑन देयर बिजनेसेस. बट in the last 10 years or in the last 5 years, things have started changing a lot. For example, EY here, EY now has two different departments. There's EY India, or the EY Indian segment, and there's EY GDS, right? Now, what does EY GDS do? EY GDS is a setup made in India. It is an Indian office or multiple offices in Indian cities, but ये लोग सारा काम कर रहे हैं US का. So they are doing US taxation, US auditing, of course, taxation, auditing, business advisory for companies in US, but यहाँ from India, they're sitting in India, और यहाँ से वो लोग सारी US services दे रहे हैं US companies के लिए, right? So that's how the job market is also booming in India, right? If you research, not just these Big Fours, ये तो top 4 accounting firms हो गए world के, but apart from that, the other firms which are not as big as Big Four, but they're still big, right? For example, BDO, right? If you've heard of BDO, but you can also Google them, BDO, or there are multiple firms like that, right? जो अब offshore accounting firms खोल रहे हैं India में, so they're US based firms, but they're opening firms in India. And obviously they would need people, right? They would need people from here to do their work of US clients. So that's why there's a boom in the job market as well about wanting CPAs in the market, right? So that's where I'll take a break now. We'll move to CMA. We'll get to know a little more about CMA. Just the last point that I wanted to touch also is about credits. कि मैं कब लिख सकता हूँ CPA, right? Because that's a doubt that a lot of students get. Can you write it right now when you're entering the graduation? No, you cannot, because you need a certain number of credits in order to write CPA exam. So CPA exam लिखने के लिए you need about 120 credits, but license के लिए you need 150 credits. But you don't have to worry about license right now, because it's not very important right now to get think about license. You can start your job, you can start working with EY, you can start working with Deloitte, even if you don't have a license. You need a license only if you open up your own firm in future, right? So to write the exam, which should be your priority, you need 120 credits. How do you get these credits? Your graduation will give you some credits. Every year of graduation generally gives 30 credits. Again, depends on the university as well. So depending on how many credits you're getting in your graduation, you'll be eligible to write your exam immediately after you graduate, right? Depending on the credits that you have. So that's a little about credit system as well. And we'll open up for questions, but at a later stage, but you can still put up your questions in the chat box. I'll now give time to Shefali, Ms. Shefali, to present her CMA piece, and then I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Durban. Okay, students, let's move towards CMA. CMA is about Certified Management Accountant. So just a second. Yeah, is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible now.
Okay, thank you, Durban. So it is about Certified Management Accountant. So we have CMA in India also, and in US also. So in India, if you want to do, it's called as
Sorry to
Indian.
interrupt you, Mr. Shefali. Can you please switch on your camera?
Oh, sure, sorry. Just a second. Is it visible?
Yes, yes, you can continue.
Okay.
Go to the presentation now.
Sure. I hope the presentation is visible.
Yeah, the presentation is visible. You can continue.
Thank you. So Certified Management Accountant, we have in India also Indian CMA, which takes around 4 to 5 years to clear the exams. And it is all about subjective papers. So how US CMA is different from Indian CMA is, so you have practical concepts which you will be learning, and you will be applying those into the exams. So again, like the CPA, you have heard there will be MCQs in the exams.
Ms.
There will
Shefali,
be-
sorry to interrupt you again. Can you please switch on your camera?
I can see her. Her camera is on.
Okay, no problem. You can continue.
So again, the exam is based on MCQs and case study based. So here you will be studying about financial planning and performance and strategic financial management. So like in Indian CMA, you must be having 12 to 16 papers. Here you only have 2 papers to write. Here you can write the exam like in alternative windows. So in a year, 6 months are open where you can write your exam. And 75% weightage of the paper will be of MCQs, and 25% will be the essay-based question, which is called as case-based studies, where you will be studying the cases and respond according to the role. Like if you are the CMA, how will you react to the situations? How will you take decisions in a company? So let's see. So what all the subjects you will be studying over here is about financial planning, budgeting, forecasting. Like, see, the government also prepares budgets. Same like that, CMAs also do work on this part in a company. So these are the big decision-making areas. And performance management, cost management, what all the costs are involved, how a CMA will take decision, how a financial executive or analyst will take decisions, investment decisions, whether you should buy a company, whether you should acquire a company, whether you should buy a machinery or not. These kind of decisions you will be taking over there. So the benefit of doing CMA is like you can just clear the exam within a year. And while doing your graduation itself, so it's not about post graduation, you can write a professional certification exam while completion of your 12th, and while pursuing your graduation itself, you can write the exam like after first year, second year, or third year, anytime, whenever you want, you can write the exam. And there is one benefit is like there is no negative marking. Out of the MCQs, there is no negative marking. All like out of 100 questions, you will be getting, in each question, you will be getting 4 options. You can choose most relevant answer for the question based on your conceptual learning. So job opportunities, if I talk about here, is you can get a job role of financial analyst, financial planning and analysis analyst, cost accountant, budget analyst, finance manager, business analyst, management accountant, corporate finance executive. So you will be handling corporate decisions as well. So how it is differentiated from others is, like in other exams, you will be having 4 papers, 12 papers, 16 papers. If you have heard of ACCA, it is having 13 papers. But in CMA, you only have to write 2 papers, which give you a head start towards the job. So during the graduation, if you complete both the papers, and while sitting into the placements, you can show it in your resume that you have done one professional exam along with the BCom or BP or graduation degree. So this will give you an early head start towards the corporate roles. This is all about management accountant. Any questions you have, I will be ready to help.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shifali Jindal, and I'm going to hand over this session to our admission nominee, Dr. Pooja. Dr. Pooja to be on this group. Over to you, Dr. Pooja.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, Dr.
Yes. Kindly confirm my screen is visible.
Yeah, the screen is visible. You can continue.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Pooja Sharma from Division of Admissions. So I'll be sharing the key highlights of university along with the opportunities available at Lovely Professional University. So at Lovely Professional University, we are not only limited to providing education to the students, and it is not only limited to even classrooms also. So education, in education, we are giving overall opportunities or skill development to the students, wherein the students will get the required exposures which are required to get a good placement. So we have a number of industrial tie-ups in many of our programs, and the students get benefit out of it. And there are many work integrated programs also we are offering, wherein students are getting chance to earn while studying. And there are international tie-ups also. Global immersion programs are also offered by us, and there is opportunity for the students to get international exposure, or semester exchange programs are semester exchange options are also there. So overall, we are focusing on overall skill development of the students. And in case if any student is having that question in the mind or dilemma in the mind, which university to select, then a student must focus on few key factors before choosing any university. And if you are also looking for a best university for yourself, so to get a better career, so I would suggest you to look over or focus on these parameters, and these parameters will help you to finally choose one best university for yourself according to your career goal. So you should focus on accreditation and approvals. You should focus on placements. These are the key important factors which will decide that what type of career you are going to get after completing the degree. So is there any industry interaction or industrial collaboration in the programs, ranking and awards of the university, study abroad options, what type of curriculum is being taught in the particular university or institute, extracurricular activities are there or not, is there any diversity, exposure, infrastructure, scholarship, and campus environment. So all these factors matter a lot. So you should focus on these factors before finally deciding about a particular university where to take admission and choose a particular program. So if we talk about LPU, Lovely Professional University, here we have all required accreditations and approvals. So firstly, if we talk about NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, we got NAC grade A++ with 3.68 score on scale of 4. So which is #1 amongst all private university of India. So this ensures that we are offering the quality education. And we are UGC approved. All our programs are UGC approved programs, and apart from that, we have all required accreditations, other accreditations and approvals. For example, we have ACBSP accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs for our management programs. So we have the accreditation of ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research for agriculture programs. And apart from that, we also have approval for our distance programs. We are also offering distance and online programs as well. So we have required approvals for that. And apart from that, National Council for Teacher Education. So for our education programs, we have that approval as well. And talking about more approvals, Pharmacy Council of India approval we have for pharmacy programs, and for architecture program, we have Council of Architecture approval. For law programs, we have Bar Council of India. And similarly for other programs also, like for Planning Institute of Town Planners approval, we have Punjab State Council for Agriculture Education's approval we do have. So you can see here, we have all the required accreditation and approval, which ensures that this university is providing quality education to the student, and it also ensures that all our programs are valid, and degree validity assurance is being reflected through these accreditations and approvals. And if we talk about the next important factor, which is ranking and awards, or here also LP is not lagging behind. So we have an IRF ranking, which is ranking done by Ministry of Education, Government of India. So we have 31st rank amongst all government and private universities in India. So which is a decent ranking position, and you can imagine the after this ranking, and you can compare with the other universities or institutions as well to decide whether to go with the this institute or not. So apart from that, we have ranking by World University Ranking 2026 ranked us 5th in India, and the World University Ranking for Innovation, the ranking is 4th amongst all government and private universities in India. So apart from accreditations approvals, we have all good rankings by the renowned we can say all the accreditation bodies. We have got a good decent position. So you can decide after looking over the numbers to choose this university or not. And apart from that, if we talk about the another important parameter which you should consider before taking the important decision of your life, that is placement. So here in LPU, so many organizations or MNCs regularly visit at campus. So we have 2,100 plus recruiters those who hired LPU students, and 5,500 plus offers we have received from Fortune 500 companies only. So 350 plus recruiters of IITs, IIMs and NITs are also being hired from LPU. So if we talk about average package, so average is 10 lakh average salary of top 25% placed students. And apart from that, we have many good examples where the students have grabbed a very good placement packages, and see there are n number of opportunities available. It is up to the student as well. They can grab as much higher package as they want. So here you can see one of the examples of our star placements, wherein Shri Stravna Vishnu, who is the student of BTech Robotics and Automation, batch 2022 to 25. That student grabbed the package of 2.5 crore package as he joined as a senior principal AI robotics engineer. So the stories do not end here. There are many more examples with us. So one of another students who got 1 crore package, who was also the student of BTech in robotics and automation, and there's Pavan our alumni who got 1 crore package, Hare Krishna 64 lakh package, Arjun got 62.72 lakh per annum package, and Abhinish got 54 lakh package. So there are many placement stories we have wherein students have grabbed very handsome salary, and they are doing very well in their disciplines or in their career. So apart from this, the another important factor is the industry immersion. So as I told you, we are providing all required trainings or exposures to our students. So our curriculum is designed in such a way that the student will be getting that practical knowledge. There will be trainings and internship. There are in the curriculum itself, we have embedded all those projects in industry projects, or there are summer internships. The students study along with that will get the practical exposure. And apart from that, we have all required industrial tie-ups as well, wherein the mentors from the industry visit the campus and time to time deliver the lecture, interact with our students, and also share their real life experiences with the student, which helps them ultimately to grab the good placement, which make them ready for the placement drives as well. And if we talk about study abroad opportunity here, so here we are providing international opportunities to our students as well, where in the form of semester exchange program, summer or winter exposure options are also available with these students. So they are getting all those international opportunities wherein they are learning beyond the borders, and they get the chance to have the social contacts beyond the borders as well, and this will ultimately help them in their career. So they are going to get that exposure internationally as well during their degree only. So overall, if I talk about at LPU, there is a holistic development wherein the student is not only getting the learning out of the academics, there are exposure, industrial exposures as well, summer trainings as well, and extracurricular activities are also involved. So overall, we are preparing student for or making that student ready for the industry. So apart from this, we do have residential facility within campus available in case if any student is coming far from the place. So that student need not to worry. We do have all hostel facility within campus only, which is fully secured, and it is ragging free campus. So you need not to worry about your stay here. So there are proper securities available at all the points throughout the university. We have everywhere cameras installed, and there are checkpoints everywhere. So wherein the student enter or exit by after marking the attendance. So there is full security within the campus available. So now if I talk about the programs here at LPU for in commerce discipline, so one can apply for commerce programs through by applying through Alpinest application. So here our Alpinest is National Entrance and Scholarship Test. One can get the scholarship. This is entrance come scholarship test. So one can give this entrance exam to earn the scholarship as well. For commerce program, there is no such test for eligibility purpose, but for scholarship purpose, yes, you can appear in this exam and can get maximum scholarship by performing well. So we are offering scholarship on the basis of your academic marks. For example, if you are choosing the BCom program, so for UG program, so in case you have good percentage in 12th mark, 12th class, then on the basis of that you can earn good scholarship. So we are offering scholarship on the basis of that. In case you are going for master degree, then on the basis of your UG qualification, so you may be getting a good scholarship. So here you can see on the screen there are various types of scholarships we are offering, which depends upon your percentage in your last qualifying exam. And apart from this, not only on the basis of your academic qualification, we are also offering scholarship on the basis in case you have appeared and got a good result in national level, any of the national level test, or you have innovation or startup, you have achieved something in entrepreneurship area, you have sports or cultural achievement, research and development achievement, social service, bravery award, board topper, NGO, or any other achievement you have, related achievement you have. So you may get the scholarship on the basis of that. So apart from that, apart from the scholarship, we are also offering financial aid to the applicants. And in case if any of the applicants' parents, they are in defense, or they are in education sector working as teachers, so we'll be providing or honoring those students by providing the additional financial aid to such applicants. So in case of orphan, also economically weaker applicants, also in case of single girl child, single mother child, specially abled person, we are providing the financial aid or waiver to such applicants. So if we talk about the programs of BCom in commerce discipline, so we have BCom International Accounting integrated with the UK ACCA. We have BCom Corporate Finance integrated with US CPA. BCom Industry integrated, BCom FinTech and Artificial Intelligence in tie-up with Paytm. Then we have BCom Management Accounting and International Finance integrated with the US CMA. And apart from that, you may get admission in BCom 2+2 International Credit Transfer option. And apart from that, there is honors program also, which is available with us. And in case of master degree, we have MCom available here. So to apply for any of these programs, if you are interested in any of these programs, you need to visit our website admissions.lpu.in. So admission.lpu.in, after clicking on, or you can go through our website www.lpu.in. Therein on the right hand corner of the website, you'll get apply now button, and you will be landed to this page of registration. So you can see on the screen there is a register link here. So you need to enter your name, email, mobile number, state, city, your last qualification, and discipline, commerce, in case you are interested in commerce. So you have to select that and then apply now, click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, so you'll be registered. And after that, on the very next option given after the register, so for the second time login, you need to click on login and enter your either email, mobile, or application number, or your and your password. In case you forgot your password, you can log in via OTP as well. So once you log into your portal, so your account will be created in that case. And once you log in, this will be the portal. This will reflect like this. So here on the left hand side, you can see the options available: dashboard, all application form, my payments, my query, my communication. So all required options are visible here on the portal. So for initiating the application of commerce, what you need to do, so on the left hand side, you need to go to all application forms and then select your last qualification. In case you are going for UG program, select 12, and next you have to select discipline here, commerce. And afterwards you can select any of the programs, like in case you are interested in CPA program, so you can go for BCom Corporate Finance. In case you are interested for CMA program, you can go for BCom Management Accounting and International Finance. So you can choose this program and click on search. Once you click on search, that application of LP Nest undergraduate 2026 will reflect here, like as shown on the screen here. So you need to click on apply for LPNest in case you want to give exam for scholarship purpose. Otherwise, you can directly take admission. So on right hand side, there is take admission button. So you can click on take admission button, and you can proceed with your admission directly. So in case I would suggest you to proceed with the admission in case you are interested in any of the program of commerce. So you can directly take admission here. And in case you have any further doubt, you may call us on this given number. So here on the screen, the helpline number is 01824517451. So you can call us on this number to get more details if you want the help to apply. So this is all about the application process. In case you have any query, you may put it in the chat box.
Thank you so much.
That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja. Can we take the questions now, Dr. Pooja, Mr. Kali, and Mr. Darpan? Yes. Mr. Darpan, Ms. Shefali, can we take the questions now?
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for giving me a chance to address your questions. First we'll take the poll questions. I dropped one question in. The question was, which professional certification interests you the most in accounting and finance? The options were CPA, CMA, CFA, ACCA. The most clicked option was CMA. Can you please discuss about this, Mr. Darpan and Ms. Shifa?
Sure. So when you compare these different degrees, right, make a very informed decision of what you're getting into, because they're very yes, they might look like all our accounting degrees, but they're very different in what they offer. So take an informed decision before selecting CPA or CMA or CA or ACCA, because look at what happens in future. Look at their exam structure as well. See how comfortable are you with that. So CPA generally is more into auditing, taxation, and accounting. CMA is more generally in your management accounting, looking at the management of the business, looking at the side of taking decisions for the corporate. So a lot of decision making with respect to finances, with respect to how your costing is, with respect to how your operations are or your functions are. That would be CMA there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Darpan. And there's some questions. And okay. Ankit is asking, if my goal is to be in India or settle in Australia and work in finance, what certification should I be building towards right now as a BCom student?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, because when we say CPA, we're saying US CPA, right? We're attaching one specific country to it. So does that mean that I'm restricted to that country? To answer the other doubts also which might come up, you of course are doing a US CPA, which is a US based course, but does it give you a lot of opportunities in India? Of course, yes, it gives you a lot of opportunities in India, because a lot of US firms, a lot of US companies, if you look at companies like Apple, if you look at companies like Google, they're US based, but they've been setting up their offices all over the world. So looking at that, you have an exposure to these companies, and you can join these companies in their accounts department, finance department, their taxation department as well. And of course, the influx of the accounting firms in India, as I was talking about, all your big fours opening up their offshore units here in India to work for US from here, all the other mid-sized firms opening up your offices in India again to work for US clients, for US companies here in India. So that's one leg of question, one part of question. The second part of question, where you're concerned about what if I have plans to move to Australia, then how does it help or how does it differ? Specifically talking about CPA, a US CPA, once you're a US CPA, you automatically can also become a you can also become an Australian CPA. Australia also has their own CPA, they have their own body, but the Australian accounting body and the US accounting body, they both have an MOU agreement between them. So once you become a US CPA or you're studying for US CPA, you automatically can also be an Australian CPA just by writing one ethics exam, which is really simple. So once you give that ethics exam, if you're a US CPA already, all the other exams will be exempted for you. You don't have to attempt all the other exams. So you automatically can become a CPA Australia, and you can start working in the accounting domain, audit domain, or the finance domains in Australia as well with your CPA degree.
Thank you so much. I hope, Ankit, you got your answer from our expert. So Gaurav is with us. Gaurav is asking, how can US professional certification in accounting and finance help students build global career opportunities?
Okay. So that again is very close to what I was getting into in the previous question as well. That a US degree is, yes, you're listening to one country's name in the degree's name. That's a US CPA, but it does open up the global opportunities, as we know that right now the economy, the world economy, is being somehow controlled by the US and the US companies. There are a lot of US companies which are in India, they're working out here from India. So you get an exposure to, or a chance to work with them. The doors of the opportunity for you, or the doors for these companies open up once you have a degree like US CPA. Also, these degrees, again, CPA or CMA degrees like that, they're not restricting your knowledge to one specific country. When you look at accounts that you will be studying in US CPA, that's not very different from the accounts of India, or not very different from the accounts which are followed in Australia or in UK. So in UK and Australia, you follow IFRS, and in US, you follow US GAAP. So you'll be studying US GAAP, but then US GAAP is not very different from IFRS. So globally, that's why the opportunities open up, because finally you're doing a degree which is not restricted to one country, but it opens up your doors for other opportunities as well, because you're studying something very not very particular, very niche. You're still studying things that can be applied globally, or things that will be used in your global careers rather than one specific country.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope, Gaurav, you got your answer from our expert. So Ankit Goyal is with us. Ankit, you can talk to directly talk to Mr. Tatwan. Yes, Ankit. Hi. Go ahead, Ankit Goyal. Okay, Ankit is asking, sir, I'm curious, you already had CA, which is one of the toughest qualification in India. So what motivated you to go for CPA on top of that? What gap did CA not fill for you?
Okay. Interesting question. So when I did my CA back then, this was 10 years ago. I completed my CA in 2025. I joined EY. I was in their corporate tax department. I was looking at their Indian taxation and working with the Indian tax team. But my journey of life has changed after that, because I moved into teaching. After EY, I started teaching CA students. I started teaching subjects of CA, but soon realized that I'm restricting myself again to just Indian subjects and Indian degree, rather than having my options open towards a global career as well, or start teaching global subjects. And that's how I did my CPA, so that I start teaching not just Indian based subjects for an Indian degree, but also to have a global view and a global perspective of how things are happening outside our country. So that was my journey, and I chose to do CPA, and I started teaching CPA students as well after that.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, Ankit, you're audible.
Yes,
सर जब मैंने एलपीयू में स्टार्टिंग एडमिशन मतलब लिया, मेरी फैमिली ने थोड़ा फोर्स किया था कि सीए कर, इधर बीकॉम कर लेना। लेकिन जब मैंने सीए पे थोड़ा रिसर्च किया, मेरा इंटरेस्ट नहीं बन रहा था सीए की साइड।
ओके।
मैंने एसीसीए की तरफ देखा, मुझे वो था कि एक इंटरनेशनल एक्सपोजर चाहिए, और अगर इन फ्यूचर इंडिया के बाहर काम करना पड़ा तो एसीसीए हेल्प करेगा।
ओके।
फिर मुझे एक मैम के साथ कंसल्टेशन मैम ने की, तो उन्होंने सीपीए के बारे में बताया। मैं ये सब चीजों के बीच में कंफ्यूज हूँ, क्योंकि एट द एंड कंक्लूजन में मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं कौन से पाथ पे जाऊँ। इतना समझ लिया कि फाइनेंस में ही करियर बनाना है, फाइनेंस में कहीं भी जाऊं। कुछ मैम बोल रहे हैं फिनटेक कर ले, जो पेटीएम का टाई अप है, कुछ बोल रहे हैं सीपीए कर ले, सीपीए कर ले। मेरा कोई कंक्लूजन ही निकल रहा सर एट द एंड।
तो आपको बेसिकली अभी फर्स्टली तो ये डिसाइड करना है कि आपको फ्यूचर में एग्जैक्टली क्या करना है। आपको अगर एग्जैक्टली आपको सिर्फ फाइनेंस डोमेन में रहना है, आपको सिर्फ आप डिसाइडेड हो कि मेरे को एक स्पेसिफिक नीश ही पकड़नी है, मेरे को ज्यादा जेनरिक ऑप्शंस ओपन नहीं करना है, मेरे को सिर्फ फाइनेंस डोमेन में ही कुछ करना है, जैसे फाइनेंस कंपनी में ज्वाइन करना है और स्टॉक मार्केट से रिलेटेड कुछ करना है, या शेयर से रिलेटेड कुछ करना है, या कंपनी के फाइनेंस डिसीजंस में इन्वॉल्व होना है, अगर वो प्लान है तो देन यू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन अ नीश फाइनेंस डिग्री, और you can go into the finance course as well. बट आपको अगर अभी ये कंफ्यूजन है कि मैं डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ कि फ्यूचर में एग्जैक्टली क्या करना है, इज इट कि मेरे को फाइनेंस में ही रोल चाहिए, या आई एम ओपन टू टैक्सेशन, आई एम ओपन टू ऑडिट, आई एम ओपन टू अकाउंटिंग, या मेरे को ठीक है, मेरे को फाइनेंस वाला डिसीजन ठीक लग रहा है बट फिर भी मेरे को दूसरे ऑप्शंस भी ओपन करना है, अ बेटर डिग्री टू ओपन अप योर ऑप्शंस आई वुड सजेस्ट इज सीपीए, क्योंकि फिर सीपीए में आप पढ़ रहे हो फाइनेंस के बारे में, आप पढ़ रहे हो फाइनेंस रिलेटेड, मार्केट रिलेटेड चीजें, शेयर्स रिलेटेड चीजें, आप फाइनेंस डोमेन में भी फाइनेंस डोमेन को भी टच कर रहे हो, बट उस विच इज द बार सब्जेक्ट, जो बिजनेस एनालिसिस एंड रिपोर्टिंग सब्जेक्ट बोल रहा था मैं, जिसमें फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट है, बट उसके अलावा अकाउंटिंग भी देख रहे हो, आप ऑडिटिंग भी देख रहे हो, आप टैक्सेशन भी देख रहे हो, तो आप थोड़े डोमेन्स और ओपन कर रहे हो, डोर्स और ओपन कर रहे हो आपके फ्यूचर अपॉर्चुनिटीज के लिए, इन केस यू आर कंफ्यूज्ड राइट, क्योंकि आपकी एज में आई कैन ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड दैट थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है डिसीजन लेना कि फ्यूचर में एग्जैक्टली क्या करना है, बिकॉज आप अभी वो डोमेन में काम नहीं कर रहे हो या वो फील्ड में काम नहीं कर रहे हो. वन थिंग इज कि आप और बात करो विद पीपल हु आर वर्किंग इन दीज फील्ड्स, who are actually in companies or working as finance specialists or as finance in the finance departments, in the finance domain, and talk to people जो audit departments में, जो tax department में, वो भी थोड़ा help करेगा in getting a clarity on what you should select.
मेरे नोन में सर अभी नहीं है, मतलब कोई ऐसा जो प्रॉपर ये फील्ड में हो, इसलिए मेन कंफ्यूजन आ रहा है, इसलिए मैंने सोचा अभी के चैट में आपसे थोड़ा क्लियरिटी लूं. और जो एलपीयू का ये प्रोग्राम है बीकॉम कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस, ये फाइनेंस, इसमें मेजॉरिटी फाइनेंस होगी, तो ये सीपीए के साथ इंटीग्रेट कैसे कर रखा है इन्होंने, वो तो एक ऑडिटिंग में आ गया ना.
But finance is very close to audit. Finance is very close to accounting. ये दोनों बहुत अलग चीजें नहीं है. जैसे आप सीपीए में भी फाइनेंस पढ़ रहे हो, सीपीए में भी बार सब्जेक्ट में आप फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट पढ़ रहे हो, आप ये पढ़ रहे हो कि कंपनी के फाइनेंसेस मैनेज कैसे होता है, बिकॉज एज अ सीपीए आपको वो भी इट्स नीडेड कि आपको वो भी पता रहे.
एक मैं कुछ साइड इंटरेस्ट है मेरे, क्या वो सीपीए में काम आएंगे? जैसे मेरे पाइथन और जावा में इंटरेस्ट है, थोड़ा टेक की तरफ इंटरेस्ट है मेरा, तो ये फील्ड में मैं काम लेकर आ सकता हूँ ये चीजों को?
What will help more is AI. अभी जैसे AI is being used in accounting, AI को कैसे यूज कर रहे हैं मोस्टली these big four firms and mid-size firms, ये सब अभी टेक्नोलॉजी की तरफ मूव हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि everything is being affected by AI. तो उनके खुद के अभी जो of course companies are still growing with it, they're still creating probably their own AIs, seeing which AI model works for them, and then they are integrating accounting into it. तो अगर वो पाथ में जाना चाहते हो तो something towards AI can also help you.
सर आप माइल्स एजुकेशन की तरफ से जस्ट आस्किंग. इफ यू डोंट माइंड पर्सनल कांटेक्ट मिल सकता है मुझे आपका?
You can reach out to me on my LinkedIn, Ankit. LinkedIn पे अगर आप दर्पण जैन सर्च करोगे तो you should find me. Thank you.
So, I hope Ankit Goyal, you got to answer from our expert, Mr. Darpan Jan. So don't worry, attendees, students, if anyone have any question regarding the admission, they just write on us at admissions at lpu.co.in, and you can do WhatsApp chat with us. Our WhatsApp number is 985256900. I'm repeating the number, it's 985256900. And once again, thanks to our experts, Ms. Shifali Jindal, Mr. Darpan Jain, and Dr. Pooja. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, under admissions, then LPU Edu-Webinars. You will find the upcoming and the past. And you can be assessed to this webinar, this session on YouTube as well. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I will be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.